A very, very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Monday, everyone. Hopefully, OBS is cooperating as it should be. We had a few issues starting up the stream today. It's one of those days, start of the working week, isn't it? But with a bit of luck, we should have the graphics working. Yes, they are. And we can get on with our next challenge. We're going to be running Ambipom into Ambipom today, so we're going to be starting off with an Ambipom. I have decided I think we're going to replace Chikorita with this one. So let me get this Ambipom in, and welcome in, by the way, to D1, to Phoenix Fire, to Bundy Buddy, to Smayev, and to Deadpool. I hope everyone's having a fantastic start to your working weeks. It's Monday, of course. Very chilly here today. Hidden powers updated. Yes, we do want to evolve. Rival starter, will that change? No. We want the rival starter to change the same. And we do want the HM friends to be in the Ilex Forest and Route 34. Before we get into this one, if you do want to play this backport, it is available at trainersquidgy.com. There is a link in the description. You can download the patch for the backports and probably demolish my time. So, we are going to be starting off with Ambipom. We are going to be evolving using double hit. When we have double hit on the learn set, then we will be able to evolve. I think that's going to be happening in the 20s. And today we're going for the Legends Arceus learn set, just because I think that will prove to be a little bit more of an interesting challenge. We can go for a special attacking kind of Ambipom. So let us now check to make sure we've got this Ambipom. Yes, we have. And I don't know what to call it, so I'm just going to call it Hands. It's got a hand for a tail. Yes, a special attacking Ambipom because we get Nasty Plot at level 6. We also have a very, very big TM learn set at our disposal, including all 3 of the punches. So we will be going for the punching moves once we get to Goldenrod City. Mopia would have been good. It would have been nice to have a backwards Ambipom. I will think about that one for the Gen 3 Ambipom challenges that will inevitably happen. Let's take a little look at our stats before getting into the challenge. We are level 5 with 22 HP. Of course, holding the berry with quick attack as our only move. 13 in attack, 12 in defense, 10 in special attack, 12 in special defense, and 15 in speed. Those are the stats of the Ambipom that we're running with. Let's see how we get on throughout the course of this challenge. I just need to get the challenge screen up in big on my other screen because otherwise I won't be able to see it. It really does have a Joker smile, and we've kept that Joker smile for the Ambipom sprite. If you go to the website, you will get a little bit of a sneak preview of the Ambipom sprite. But the timer is now running, and we are good to go. So we do have Quick Attack as our first move. That's going to be fairly good, actually, because it's a base 40 power priority move. And welcome in, Kanbei. I hope you're having a great start to your working week. No wild encounters on Route 29. That's fairly uncommon. And this Ambipom we have here is actually a separate species to any other Ambipom you'll find in the wild. So we have 2 different Ambipom species in this particular patch. One of which has the Legends Arceus learn set, the other of which has the regular Gen 2 learn set. So any that you get out of the headbutt tree will still be a regular Ambipom. Got a week off. You've got a week off work this week. That's probably just about enough time to get through the Shuckleite challenge in Pokémon Crystal. A lovely commenter, I can't remember your name off the top of my head, suggested giving Shuckle an Eviolite, so I very quickly coded that together and it's up on the website as well. And we now have Nasty Plot. We don't have anything to use Nasty Plot with, but we do have it on the learn set. Mud Bomb is a ground type move that I believe reduces accuracy at 30%, so it's a higher base power Mud Slap, but it does have a lower chance of the accuracy dropping. And we also have Double Hit, which is a move that Ambipom needs to evolve. I hope you have a fantastic day off work tomorrow. Welcome in, Chad Northern. You're not late. It's only 4 minutes into the stream. And hopefully, by the time we get to 25, we'll just learn Double Hit. And then we'll be good to go with Ambipom. So we do have a little while. We are in the fast experience group, though, don't forget. So that does mean we'll be rocketing up those levels. I predict we'll probably get Ambipom around about North Goldenrod. So somewhere around about the Whitney Fights, I reckon. Triple question mark was no issue at all there. He's probably not going to be an issue throughout the course of this entire challenge. Ambipom is from Generation 4, so Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum's generation. The training at the start of a new job is never fun. I really hope it goes quickly for you, Phoenix Fire, but I'm very glad you got that new job. Yeah, it's not big enough to be in the Fast Experience group. It's the Experience group of lies for Apom. Welcome in, Escanor. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's start making our way towards Violet City. Trying to figure out whether we should do Sprout Tower early or not. Probably not any need. But then we are in Fast Experience group, and it'd be some nice early levels. I'm sure we'll figure it out when we get there. Level 8 already acquired, courtesy of youngster Mikey. You're not wrong, Peach. I will admit, a lot of luck went into the Apom run. Definitely a lot better than it should have been. But getting an evolution, I'm hoping for sub 130. Sub 130 is kind of my good time for a stream. Sub 120 off stream, sub 130 on stream is what I aim for with some of these stronger Pokemon. And I think this is probably going to be the start, you know, of a series where we do some of these Gen 4 and later Gen evolutions. So we've got Ambipom today. I've backported Weird here, but that's not until December that we'll be seeing that. I'm sure we can get many, many other Generation 4 and later evolutionary lines in the game as well. Togekiss will be an interesting one to do. Especially considering you've got that friendship evolution before you evolve into Togekiss. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be a stream series as opposed to a video series. I want to keep the video backports relatively disorganized. And just pick off themes as and when I want to. I am very glad you're off work today so that you're able to watch the stream. Been a little while, hasn't it? It just means you're being kept very busy, I'm assuming. I wonder if we can survive this one without needing the berries to kick in. Yes, we can. That saves a little bit of time. We'll just use one of our 3 potions and we'll take on Falconer. Now, we can learn Mud Slap, which means we don't need to struggle for Rival 2, which is going to be quite nice. We have Swift now on the learn set as well, so we'll swap to Swift. Much of a muchness really between the two, but that is our first badge in 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Right, let's move on. Places to go, people to see. Gonna pick up an egg with some terrible movement there. That might be some of the worst movement I have done in Gen 2 recently. I've a feeling I backported them, but I'm not sure I ever did them on the channel. I know I've definitely got backport files for both Mismagius and Honchkrow. And I think I might have done Honchkrow, but not Mismagius, but I might have done both on stream. It has been a little while since we started doing the backports. Apologies if the sound of me getting comfortable in the chair then came through on the mic. I definitely have a Mismagius file. It's whether I played it or not. It's a different matter. But Halloween is just around the corner, so we could probably end up doing both of those backports on Halloween week. We've only got, what, it's the 7th today? 24 days? I definitely remember doing Honchkrow. I don't so much remember doing Mismagius. But then we can always do a repeat of Honchkrow. We are a year removed from it, of course, now. I will take the opportunity to get Honchkrow into the challenge run base, as opposed to into just a regular backport. Because the challenge run base is so handy. Even if I do say so myself. Almost level 14 entering into Union Cave is very, very nice. Not going to bother with the Swift again because we've already got it on the learn set and we'll have Headbutt later. Mavostiff could be an interesting one to do, but it's going to be a hell of a lot of effort to sprite. I'll have a look at its learn set as well, see what it's got. We haven't actually done that many Gen 9 Pokemon together on the channel, have we? Florf and Flamigo are the only two instantly coming to mind. There may be a third and fourth. Let's get ourselves a few super potions. Won't need too many, hopefully. Grab some repels. Heal up in here for PP purposes. Chat with Kurtz, and then we'll catch the HM friends. As always, we pause the timers to catch the HM friends. That's just to eliminate the element of RNG that goes into wild encounters. Even though the encounters are guaranteed and first ball catches, there's still a lot of variance between the time you can get between encounters. This one was fairly quick. I've had some where I've been walking for 50 to 100 steps and still not had my encounter. Also going to swap those two around. I prefer having Psyduck at the top of the party for now. It makes menuing easier when we get to the Sudowoodo tree. Nice one shot on the rat there. Another nice one shot. Not really foreseeing too many issues. Oh, a very rare Slowpoke here. We'll take that experience. Always nice to have some defensive stat experience. Especially early game when it's incredibly rare to come by, actually. And we've got Stab on Swift. That's making Swift, I think, a 90 power move. I think I can do maths in my head. So nothing really should be proving to be much of a threat at the moment. 3 nice and simple wood shots on the penultimate grunt. Let's now try and take on the final grunt. Have a wonderful time with your animals, Benjamin. I will look forward to... I was going to say I'll look forward to seeing you watch the VOD, but that sounds creepy and also makes no sense. I hope you have a great time watching the VOD is what I meant to say there. Goodness me. Words on a Monday just fail me constantly. And we might as well do every single trainer in this gym. It's just free experience. That's from the Legends Arceus soundtrack. The track that's playing at the moment. I couldn't give you the specific one because I've got very soothing music actually today. We have learnt Mud Bomb, so there's no need to teach a Mud Slap. Hopefully this is a one-shot. It isn't, but we didn't get statused. What we'll do is we'll use a regular potion and we'll stick on a PlayStation Network Cure Berry just to be safe. Ambipom is a Generation 4 Pokemon, Dan. The evolution of Apom, which is why we're running Apom at the moment. Once we get to level 25, we'll learn Double Hit, and we should be able to evolve. Providing I've done the coding correctly. That's Bugsy down in at 10:39. Let's very, very quickly heal up. And we'll take on the rival for a third time. For a second time, rather. Not a third time. Getting well ahead of myself. Smokestream failed. Very easy win. Into the Ilex Forest for a second time in just over 11 minutes. And for those of you who are interested in Generation 1 backports, I threw together a very quick and dirty backport earlier today. So after stream, I will be putting Blossom on the website. Just because it was a very interesting test. See whether I could do the Gen 4, not Gen 4, the Sunstone evolution. Got Gen 4 on the brain, clearly. Doing this one today. I'm going to test something out here as we pause the time. I should have put a reset sign here. So if you speak to the Route 34 sign, that might be the wrong sign. That definitely is the wrong sign. Never mind, we'll keep the timer unpaused as we go and find the correct sign. I don't drink tea. So if we speak to this sign here, then we should guarantee an Aber encounter next. Nope, that's not worked. Fair. Back to the drawing board with that. Take the extra experience. And we'll find the Abra the old-fashioned way. I've never been a tea drinker, really. Doing this Abra hunt the old-fashioned way really does make me realise just how privileged we are to have the guaranteed HM friend encounters now. I've never been a fan of hot drinks, in general. Welcome in, Alajango. How are you? I think Nasty Plot is going to be incredibly useful as well. We'll talk to Specsavers while we're here. Just 4 more levels now until we evolve. And those of you who are fans of Generation 3, I have very good news. I have just started my schedule for the new year, and we are bumping it up to 1 Generation 3 video a week, as opposed to the 1 every 2 weeks that it is for the rest of the year. I'm hoping, because now I have a lot of spare time on my hands, I've got everything pre-recorded up until December the 31st now, I should be able to start learning things like Generation 3 backporting, which would be an awful lot of fun. There are some interesting Pokemon I want to backport in Gen 2 as well. Ogapon is one of the ones that I really want to get done. I think it could be a lot of fun. Got a feeling, you know, that one was a range there. Just a gut instinct. Don't think we'll need the Quick Claw, but we'll pick it up just in case we want to go super risky at red. I would love to see a Mega Dugtrio that's just 3 Dugtrio glued together. And while I've got you all here, what are some Pokemon you'd like to see backported? I'm in the mood to do some backports after stream, so I could definitely look at getting some done. If you are in the Discord, feel free to plonk them in there, because that way I won't forget about them. Otherwise, put them in chat, and I will see what I could do. Cherubi would be very interesting. Overquill's one I want to do, but it's got Barb Barrage as its evolution method, and that one can prove to be a little bit pesky. Now, we don't have enough money yet, unless we do that. And then if we teach, or if we buy, I should say, one of you, and one of you. Once we've learnt double hit, then we can pivot to being a special attacker. That sounds like a plan to me. Oh, Meowscarada would be very, very busted, wouldn't it? Overquill is a very good pun name. Say what you want about later generation Pokemon, their names have been on point. Mirror move is an interesting one to metronome there. Ooh, Grumpig could be good. Playing badge in 1557. 5 minutes or so for each badge so far. We are really rocketing through this. I reckon Grumpig might be one I could do fairly quickly as well. Generally, Generation 3 and 4 Pokemon are the easiest to backport. Because then I can take the Gen 4 TMHM Learn set, which does make life a hell of a lot simpler. It's very rare we get stopped by Psychic Greg here. Hoping that we don't get sent to sleep. Perfect. Shroomish is definitely a priority for me. You never know, I might backport a second Shroomish with Effect Spore. That could be a lot of fun to try and do. Big part of the reason, by the way, I've decided to go special attacking with this one is because Thunderbolt is super effective against 2 of Red's Pokemon. So it kind of makes sense to try and go with a special attacker. We will get rid of Quick Attack for now. Double Hit's going to be a very slow burn on the Learn set. There we go. Double Hit has caused us to evolve into Ambipom. And with that, what we will do is we will take a big risk and we will go for all 3 punches. I think the back sprite is definitely better than the front sprite for Ambipom. I do want to very quickly reorder these moves. To be fair, I could see Ambipom committing crimes in Gotham City. And if I'm correct, I think we now have something neutral for every single Pokemon. Or is anyone really more criminal than Lance? Welcome in, Adrian. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Right, this is going to be a bit of a litmus test for Morty here. Well, that went well. We will still pick up Return, by the way, to have something in our back pocket if we do need a physical attack. You just want to experiment a little bit with this Learn set, at least for now. That's part of the fun of doing a backport for the first time on stream. I have no idea whether the strategy is going to be a good one or a terrible one. That's a lot of the problem with early generation learn sets. Their type that they focus on, or category I should say, be it physical or special, generally they focus on the wrong one. It's a very Gen 2 learn set, this one. Having all 3 punches and nothing else. People write off Flareon, but I think it's better than what people give it credit for. Flareon definitely gets the job done. You might need to rely on physical attacks, but as a decent physical attacker, we're not going to get this kind of luck at Morty, are we? Nasty Plot raises special attack by 2 stages. Hence why we are trying a special attacking Ambipom. No, I'm going to risk one more. There we go. One-shotting the Gengar. Didn't need the crit, maybe. Who knows? There we go. Multi's easy. Fog badge, 22-25. Let's get out of Acroseek. Exactly. Ambipom, why did I use Thunder Punch of all things against a Wooper? Ambipom is pseudo-electric type. Wooper's cute face did confuse me. That is very true. When we were younger, or should we say when we play the older games, fire does just mean special attacking. Welcome in, Malik. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'd be having a much better day if I didn't keep hitting that spinner. Now we'll take him on. We've got Thunder Punch PP again. I reckon Thunder Punch will be very handy for good old Chuck. Wooper? I hardly know her. We'll reunite the married couple today. We've not done it on stream for a while. Derek and Ruth together at last. Happier days are ahead for those two. Thank you, Phoenix Fire. If you are either watching live or watching on the VOD, a like on the stream would be greatly appreciated. It does go an awful long way. No, we did not start Evolved. We started with Apom. But we started with Apom with a Gen 8, I suppose, Legends Arceus learn set. So, if you are just joining the stream now, the learn set that we have for Ambipom is the same learn set that we had for Apom. So, we have 2 different Apom species in this particular patch. We've got the regular Apom species that you'll see in the trees, and then you've got this one that you can only get as a starter. Thank you for the likes, for all of you who have pressed that like button. It lets YouTube know that this is worth watching, so maybe you shouldn't press the like button. Though I always greatly appreciate it if you do. Right, I could potentially foresee issues at this next trainer. Because he's got a roaring Growlithe. So we'll have to try Thunder Punching and hope it just goes away. Which it did, perfect. Beta Wooper is adorable. And I have to agree, Black Escanor, Ambipom is incredibly underrated. Iron Tail, hints of Jasmine. Absolutely not learning Iron Tail. I can see why Ambipom would freak some people out. It's definitely not the cutest, is it? It's an acquired taste, should we say. Yes, Jazz will get some medicine. Jasmine Steelix is rightfully sweating. We've got Nasty Plot and Fire Punch. Be melted down for scrap by the time we finish with it. Shouldn't really say that about a sentient being in a game, should I? Gonna pause the timer very quickly. Just for a quick second. This that has disappeared, thank you. This is the Generation 4 back sprite for Ambipom. So I've followed the same inspiration there where it's only got one of them. So I'm assuming the other one's just hiding away somewhere. We definitely do have a glass cannon today. I really hope that didn't come across as confrontational then. So I always think it's nice to show where the inspiration for the sprites comes from. And in that case, Gen 4 only had one hand, tail, whatever you want to call it, on the back. So we're only going for one as well. Oh, it does say it learns Iron Tail at 54. That is a little bit of a mistake. That will be a typo in the coding. So what I will do is I will re-release the patch, hopefully on my break, with Iron Tail at the correct level. Good spot though. Though actually I think the problem might be we're pulling the wrong learn set. I think it could be an overlay issue, you know. Bear with a second, let me get into the meat of my overlay. Gen 2 level moves. Right, so it seems like it's an overlay issue as opposed to... Yeah, there we go. Learn set is all correct now. It's happened to have two different Ambipoms defined in the overlay. Which is why that happened. Before we take him on, I do want to heal, actually. Stuff like that, it's really easy to overlook when you add a Pokemon to the learn set. Not to the learn set, a Pokemon's learn set. To the overlay, you don't realise it's already been defined. So I remade this backport over the weekend. I don't know, where do bananas go to learn to become banana splits? Oh, brilliant. Sunday school. Of course it's Sunday school. Taking full advantage of Chuck's really bad AI here. There was a very low chance of him using a fighting type move there. While we're here, we might as well pick up a couple of rare candies. Not sure if we're going to need them. But we might as well. I think we've kept Jazz waiting long enough now. Pokémon Crystal can be very, very difficult if you go in with a tricky Pokemon's challenge run. But overall, it's not the hardest of Pokemon games. It's not a Gen 3 game, for instance. Gen 3 is very tough. Then I might just be saying that because of inexperience. Welcome in, Sarados. I hope you're doing very well. Let's take a little look-see, shall we? If we nasty plot once, then I think it's a guaranteed one-shot. Yes, it is. Ambipom's design is a choice, or Ambipom's, I should say. Pokemon Yellow's engine makes it infuriating. I really enjoy Gen 3, but it is very difficult. Oh no, you're unwell. I hope it shifts for you quick, sharp, and in a hurry. Definitely been going around again, hasn't it? The old virus that shall not be named. I was thinking that as well, Khan. When I came to do the backport moves, I was very surprised it only learns Thunderbolt. But then we can make do with just Ice Beam and Fire Punch if we need to. They're both perfectly cromulent on their own. Worst that Gyarados could do really was a single Dragon Rage. One thing I do like about normal types that have hands, especially if they're like Apoms, is you get so much coverage. I think this one would be interesting to do with a physical special split as well. I just eat a lot in general, to be fair. There's a definite curve when it comes to difficulty in Pokemon games. I personally would say it peaked around about Generation 4, Generation 5. Because later gens, discounting Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which were genuinely difficult games, have lent to be on the easier side. Then it all depends on how you play. I remember when I had that virus, I went through the whole motions. I remember one of the days, I just could not sleep. Because it felt like everything that was touching me was made of glass. And I just ended up catatonic on the sofa watching a video essay on YouTube about how Garfield has taken over the world. And honestly, I kind of wish I could relive that for the first time again. Nobody knows. I say nobody knows what I look like. Very few people know what I look like. Even I don't know what I look like. My sense of taste and smell definitely changed. But I wouldn't say it was an entire loss. Honestly, fair with the bathtub. I have to be very careful with infections, though, because of being immunosuppressed. Because any one of them could take me out. Nice crit there against the Arbok. We've actually had a fairly quick not radio tower, Mahogany Underground. We are exactly in the fast experience group, Tyrannos. That's why it feels fast. As it is. Sometimes the experience group just does what it says on the tin, and this is definitely one of those cases. We'll do a safety heal here. Don't think we're going to need to heal. Because Morty's more... Not Morty. Bryce is more of a pushover than Janine. But you never know. That's up just a single nasty plot. One shot the seal. One shot the dugong. Yep. And then we'll punch the Pilot Swine with fire. Thank you, Price, for a very simple battle, 3704. But remember, we have not done Sprout Tower yet. While we're here, we might as well set our, or unlock, I should say, our fly point to Blackthorn City. We can pick up some items en route. Some of which will be handy, others not so much. One thing you may have noticed is I always teach Whirlpool and Waterfall at the same time. I always try and minimise my menus when it comes to teaching moves. If you do them both at the same time, you save a little bit of time. Same goes for Surf and Strength. If you teach them just before you go to take on Shark, then your cursor will be over Fly after you defeated Chuck and got Fly. So it saves scrambling around in menu purgatory. Still getting used to this new controller. Grab the iron. Someone's left their appliance in here. Protein. Keep you up, bags full, not surprised. Toss the Scamtidote. Don't need the berries anymore. It's an Xbox One controller that I use. Well, an Xbox Series, I suppose, at this point. It's very cheap, the one I use. But it gets the job done. While we're here, we might as well grab that extra elixir. Go down here, go down here. I think that's a max potion. We'll pick that up. And we'll grab the extra nugget. Need another super repel. We'll do Sprout Tower now so I don't forget it. So we know what I'm like. we'll end up in Rock Tunnel without Flash, no panic. Yeah, it's a nice, cheap and cheerful controller. Cost about £30, I think, which isn't bad at all. It's wired. It's got a turbo button on the back. That's all I really need. Sage Chow for now. Sage Chow, we don't want to encounter him. No branding on this thing on the front. Power A apparently is the brand name according to the back. Anytime you want to update, you will need to repatch a clean version of Pokémon Crystal. Although save files are compatible, as Kanbei helps me discover. Each flash to Paris now. And on the back end of this rappel, I think we can get our grubby mitts on this nugget and this rare candy. Right, we have 7 badges, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the vitamin shop now. I'll pick up Return at the same time, and then we'll take a very quick break, as we normally do before Radio Tower. Don't want that, keep that, no need for that, don't want that, don't want that, no thank you. Keep Swagger, don't need rest, can't use Attract really for any key battles. Where are those nuggets? There they are, we'll sell all 4 of those. Oh, we are 50 away from a very nice amount of money there, aren't we? I think calcium is what we'll prioritise, and even though we're a special attacker, we'll get a couple of protein as well. Just in case we decide to change our minds. There we go, TM27 acquired. We'll quickly leg it down these stairs. And we will heal up and pause the timer at a very symmetrical 42:24. We are going to take a very quick 3-minute break. Use this time maybe to grab yourself a drink, go to the toilet, do the self-care, and I shall meet you all back here in 3 minutes' time. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. We are good to go for the next part of this challenge. As always, we're starting back off here at Radio Tower. I don't know who it was that mentioned Ko-Fi or coffee the other day. I've just had an email through going, share your coffee page. No, I won't. We're making very good time so far. We are in that part of the challenge where I'm thinking about getting rid of Fire Punch, but then there are some places where it could be handy. You'll excuse the pun with this Pokemon. Still unsettled on my final learn set as well. We do have the option for Hidden Power Dark. That's part of the reason for Fire Punch staying longer than it ought to. That certain Steel type. Loves to go boom. I would hope that Ambipom is going to be quicker than Apom. It all depends, though. I am, of course, doing this one on stream, and I did the other one in my own time, as it were. And there is a certain amount of delay that goes into stream. It's because my focus isn't entirely on the challenge at hand. When we run out of Ice Punch, we've always got Thunder Punch to pivot back to. We're already holding PlayStation Cure Berry, excellent. I can nasty plot a couple of times and then get to sweeping these. The only one that could be slightly problematic is the Wheezing. I'm hoping that a pair of nasty plots is enough to take it out in one. It's just been a heavy year for flies this year where I live. To be fair, they would be right to look in horror at Ambipom. I like it, but it isn't the prettiest, is it? We'll grab the coin case and we'll also grab the Scamulet coin on this one, I think. Welcome in, Anderson. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's use one of our many elixirs. Do we have a super potion left? Yeah, perfect. When we get out of here, I do want to do a very quick detour to pick up another bitter berry from near the Lake of Rage. Little bit of curse damage, not even that. Because of a very nice critical hit there. Of course, at the moment, Ice Punch is slightly more powerful than the other two punches. By virtue of having Price's Glacier badge. I hope your surgery was a big success, Anderson. I hope recovery is very speedy for you. Go 1, 2, and then 3. I keep that last grunt one tile further down, by the way, so I can always align myself. So there's no messing about getting that last button. So a lot of what you want to do with the movement in this game is aligning yourself correctly, the correct places. Level 47 acquired. Coffin goes down to a single Thunder Punch. Fire Punch the Gloom and it goes away. Same with the other one. Now I must remember the Scamulet coin. Didn't mean to use that. Unpunished though. Scamulet coin acquired. Welcome in, Urban Huntsman. We have already evolved into Ambipom. Yep, the rocket section is the most interesting part of this game. I hope you're all taking notes. There will be a test at the end of the challenge. Let's grab ourselves, for safety purposes, another set of those TMs. And let us give the Scamulet coin for a little bit. Back up the tower we go. We really are getting leg day in today. Open up that door. Not too many trainers left before we dispose of Team Rocket, mostly the entire challenge. We are, of course, going to have an encounter with another grunt just before the final slog of the challenge. Nice one shot on that Golbat. Worst she could do was glare, but she didn't bother. One shot the Vileplume. And one shot the Murkrow. Looking at getting to Claire at around about level 51, which will be very nice. Well, that's not bad. Streamland Bed sounds like a very good way to wind down. The fast experience group is definitely something that goes in this line's favour. There we go, radio card acquired. We're not going to get trapped in Kanto. Don't really like wasting a repel for all of 10 steps, but is quicker than risking encounters. Let's take on Claire's gym. Three one-shots gets us started off here. Nice and simple on the Seadra as we grow to 50. It's very much a love or hate it line, I would say. But it's part of a mini-series of Gen 4 evolutions that I want to do. There's no time like the present to get them started. Let's see how we get on at Claire. No issues with her Dragonair, which is always a good start. And we can finish off with an Ice Punch to the chops. Welcome in, Abra. I hope you're doing very well today. Still got some repel steps remaining, so we are going to be slightly out of sync with our repels. One final Dragonair to take care of. While we're here, where are those max repels? We'll bring those up to top. Honestly, Ambipom and Ambipom have been really good so far. Taking a bit of a risk by playing them as a special attacker, but that's part of the fun with having Nasty Plot. Let's now get our final Jotonian badge. Rising badge in 5426. I had that big period where I couldn't upload because I was ill. But since coming back, I'm really enjoying doing 3 a week. Those of you who aren't HM friends, by the way, will be getting, I believe it's for Alligator and Fire Red tomorrow. Doubt we're going to get the sub-hour Lance split just because of movement. And don't forget, we're going to have to set up against quite a few of the league members. Off-stream, definitely sub 1 hour Lance split, though. One-shotting Venusaur without setting up is a really good sign. I will skip the lion's share of trainers now, going up to Victory Road. Though I always get caught by Joyce. Doesn't matter what I do. Up to Lance, this thing definitely can get sub 1 hour. I'm not sure about the whole way through, though. Because setting up does take a lot of time. When your movement's as bad as mine at the moment, you end up hitting optionals like this that you didn't particularly want to take on. Snowy has done sub 1 hour with Kangaskhan up to defeating Red, which is a feat I have not been able to emulate. But then Snowy and I have very different ways of playing. Snowy optimizes the heck out of challenges, whereas I'm the first impression runner, as it were. Welcome in, GG. All is very well here, thank you. I hope same can be said for you. Really, it's our choice of punches for most of these. Two shot on the Typhlosion. Snowy does have a channel at Snowy Totodile here on YouTube. We will now say thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck. Merci to Paris, and the biggest thank you of all goes to you wonderful great names in the chat. Let's grab our 4 full restores, and let's very quickly take a look at our stats. Level 54 with 176 HP, holding the Scamulet coin with Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Nasty Plot. 151 in attack, 110 in defense, 108 in special attack, 115 in special defense, 162 in speed. And for the will fights, we are going to hold a Bitterberry. Because this first Xatu has a nasty habit of setting up a Confuse Ray. 2 Thunder Punches should be the order of the day, though. Or 2 Nasty Plots, I should say. We can Fire Punch the Jinx. Keep on Fire Punching the Executor. Thunder Punch on the Slowbro. And we'll Thunder Punch the Xatu. Yes, all the punches with this one. And really, it is packing a punch already. Fire Punch the Ariados. This might not one-shot. Thank goodness he used Psychic. Free turn of setup. Don't have anything great for Muck, so we're just going to use 2 Ice Punches if it'll hit. Thank goodness for that. It's very rare that we miss due to minimize. That's not a common occurrence. Right now, Bruno has free setup. With Hitmontop, doesn't have a fighting type move. Guaranteed damage off Muck Punch. Machamp cannot wool you if it faints. Do the HP up trick. Let's face Karen, quite literally this time. At the moment, Ice Punch is going to be dealing slightly more damage because we have the badge boost from Price's Gym. But on paper, they do all deal the same amount of damage. Right, let's take on Lance, the liar with the flyers. Very easy, Karen. Hands are better than sands in this instance, you're not wrong. And we sweep Lance to defeat him in 1 hour, 1 minute, and 59 seconds. And what I will do is I will now try and find the original APOM time for Lance. It has been a while, though. Interesting. We're actually around about 40 seconds slower than APOM. Yes, he does punch with his tails. We're on a slower time than APOM at the moment. Presumably because we're nasty plotting all over the place. But then I don't know when I did Sprout Tower on the original APOM challenge. Right, let's do Kanto. Of course, we need to get the SS ticket. The original APOM challenge as well had a lot of critical hits. I remember that much about that one. We will now retrieve the HM friends. Just warm welcome back to Kenny, Abra, Psyduck, and Paris. Get rid of Thunder Punch in place of Thunderbolt. We'll go and grab our last 2 rare candies. Oh, we don't have a repel on. I say our last 2 rare candies. They're our last 2 Jotonian rare candies. We have another set to pick up in Kanto. We'll dig out of there. Fly over to Wallivine. Didn't get hit by Swimmer George, I think his name is. He's got 6 Pokemon, can really slow you down. I think we came to the conclusion that they're kind of like brandy sweets when we last spoke about what rare candies taste like. Those little alcoholic-filled sweets. Or chocolates, I should say. I mean, the fact that they had a gambling machine in this game in general. I'm the same as you, Abra. I do not. I'm assuming, anyway, from what you're saying, that you don't drink alcohol. But I am very much the same. I don't drink. Just flexing on that Psyduck there. Sweet candy. It's always the best. Got a very sweet tooth. Metal coat that we have no need for. We'll get rid of it, and where's the Perscure Berry? There it is. Meant to repel there, but that's fine. We'll do the other movement. First thing we do, of course, in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get another rare candy, this time from the chairman, the Pokemon Fan Club. With that safely tucked away in our bag, we will now head into Lieutenant Surge's gym. So we're going to do our standard Kantonian routing. Werther's originals are actually kind of nice. That's why we were holding the Purr's Cure Berry. Interesting that he sends out Electrode. Surge down. Erica next. Can we learn Psychic? No, we can't. I think Psychic's number 29 and it's not showing up there. We will grab these lefties from the bin though. And make our way into Erica's gym. Two one-shots to get us started with Joe and Zoe. I wish it was Joey and Zoe, that would be much more fun to say. Can you believe it? She went down in one hit. Yes, he's still leching outside the gym. Some things never change. Oh, she's just played herself here. Sunny day when we showed Fire Punch. Rainbow Badge 10750. I always like to think that the gym leaders have a spread of teams they could use. And if they're encountering someone like the Johto champion, they're just going to use their best team that they've got, which is why Janine isn't that great. She's still new. There is definitely a lot of nepotism in this game, though. Faulkner, Janine, both of those got theirs through nepotism. Claire, of course, with her familial connection to Lance. Janine done. Claire is just Lance in a wig. I dispute that. Claire actually has dragon types. Lance doesn't. I love Flannery's personality in Oras, though. I think they nailed the character design there. Grab this extra Purr's Cure Berry just to be safe. Time for backwards rock tunnel. Starting to actually get confident with this movement now. Means I'll mess up an awful lot more. I'm picking up the Purr's Cure Berry to hopefully set up at red. I'm going to try and exploit the AI a little bit. Because red can debuff your physical attack, but he can't debuff your special. Really keep one of the HP up for this battle if you're setting up against her. because of that situation. Yes! The Pokemon that Falconer run are his dad's Pokemon. Peskion could be pesky, but I'm hoping that Thunderbolt with enough nasty plots to the face will be enough, because of course Peskion will likely go Reflect turn 1. We should have 2 turns to do it. Yep, 5 Pokemon weak to 1 type. Brock, of course, I think Brock might have 4 times weaknesses to Grass, all the way through to his rematch in Gen 4. You may also have noticed on Cycling Road, we do now pick up an extra Max Elixir. That's to try and save needing to heal in all of Kanto. So we should not be entering a Pokemon Center to heal. We should only be entering to set our TP spots. Tate and Liza in Ruby and Sapphire are interesting. Are they still a double battle in Ruby and Sapphire? Because there is the interesting quirk of multi-targeted moves doing less damage in doubles. We can use one of our Max Elixirs there. I'm quietly confident that we'll get through with all 10 rare candies fairly easily. I'm not sure about before then. Got lost in menus then for a second. A little bit of a brain fart. Zap Cannon acquired. Expand card acquired. That means we can expand our radio and go to exponentially more places. Snorlax wakes up. It's still not shiny. We leave in a huff. The whole reason I'm doing these challenge runs is just to do the world's longest Snorlax shiny hunt. Three drill taken care of. There is a patch, by the way, on the website trainersquidgy.com where you can play as 3 drill. So when you start the game, you will be a bug catcher, and your 3 options for Pokemon will be 3B drill, and you have to pick up all 3 before the game starts. I do like the Emerald Gym Leader teams. Though I'm not a fan of having double water specialists so close to each other. Yeah, Wallace being the champion wasn't great. I can see why they did it, because they wanted an endgame boss, so to speak, with Steven. But it really didn't hit the mark for me. Yes, we have done Rhydon. Watson is definitely the hardest gym leader. Or probably second hardest gym leader, actually, after Tate and Liza in Emerald. Where's that max elixir? There it is. I kind of want this thing to mirror move. Make life easier. There we go. Dark types are fun. I love my normal type, so... Piece of cake. Blue in 118 exactly on the nose. Got through the hardest ledge in the game. We're going to YOLO this. There is a conceivable universe where we can win this battle first try, but it is very, very unlikely. We're going to unpause the time, but we're going to give it a go. No. There are a few pure flying type Pokemon. If only we had had one thunder miss. We would have had another 0 reset challenge on our hands. That's all we needed, one thunder miss. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's get its time on the leaderboard. Still a very, very, very good challenge from a Pokemon that didn't deserve to be this good. Backport is bringing a Pokemon into an earlier generation that exists in the later generation. So Ambipom wasn't in Generation 2, but we have coded it to be in Generation 2. Let's see if that leaderboard has got itself all generated. Yes, it has. And we are in a very, very respectable 3rd place. Just 5 and a bit minutes slower than Zangoose, which I think says it all about how good Ambipom is. But, thank you, Luca. That is another challenge run done. Let's skip through these end credits. There's only one thing left to do on stream today. And that is to return Kenya to its rightful owner. We have borrowed Kenya for long enough. Let's attach the mail. I'd give Ambipom a double high five for this challenge. Grab the Bitterberry because why not? Slacking did not have Truant, no. And Kenya, it's been a pleasure over the last 80 minutes or so, but you've got to go home. We'll make our way back into Violet City. We'll save as we always do in front of Nurse Joy. With that, for another one, we're done. Only the one challenge on streams at the moment. I'm going to try and pace myself, so I will 99.9% be back live on Wednesday with another challenge run. Not quite sure what we're doing yet. Got plenty of options to pick from. I'm thinking either a Gen 1 TM run or a Eggy Move run. But that will go up probably tomorrow. Talking of tomorrow at 2 PM, if you want to watch the prereqs, all you HM friends, you're getting Lugia and Crystal. Everyone else, it's going to be Feraligatr and Fire Red. It's been an absolute pleasure over the last 1.5 hours or so. I'm going to get myself some rest, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Thanks for tuning in.